My best friend with whom I could talk about anything and everything was now standing in front of my mother's portrait, her belly swollen with pregnancy and her arm entwined my father's. She was trying to claim my mother's inheritance. What she didn't know was that I had already arranged everything. It's enough to make her and my heartless father lose everything and end up on the streets. "Why are you here?" I asked coldly, my voice filled with suppressed anger. She stepped closer, staring intently at them. Seeing this, Vanessa smiled gently, full of an overbearing confidence like, "Avery, don't be like this. After all, this is our new past. You should let it go." She reached out her hand as if to comfort me, but that gesture seemed more like a provocation. Finally, Fred spoke up, his voice without a trace of remorse. "It's your mother's funeral today, Avery. Don't make a scene here. You should learn to accept reality." He turned his head and whispered to Vanessa, "Let's go outside and talk." I was almost breaking down. How could I have imagined that the family I thought I had would crumble in an instant like this? I stared fixedly at the backs of my father and Vanessa, my anger suddenly out of control. I grabbed a vase on the table and smashed it violently on the ground, making a piercing sound. All eyes turned to me, and my tears were about to burst. "What do you want from me?" My voice was hoarse. "Did my mother have to die just for you to put on this farce? You're all jealous of her." I gritted my teeth and said, staring intently at Vanessa's belly as if I could tear it apart with my gaze. Download the Lightery app and search for Z1121 to see what happens. A hint of disdain flashed in Vanessa's eyes. She sneered in response. "Your mother should have known that you're just a useless tool. What you see is just what you want to see. In fact, she deserved it." Bob Fred looked at me with a hint of annoyance in his eyes. "Why are you so nervous?" "So your mother had already forgiven me." Just as I was trembling all over and my anger was almost uncontrollable, suddenly, a cold hand rested on my shoulder. I turned around and saw Owen Black standing in front of me, a mysterious business partner who had once been acquainted with my mother. Although he usually kept his distance, his eyes were filled with complex emotions at this moment. He said softly, "Avery, there are things your mother wanted you to know." I froze. My hands trembled slightly. Owen took out a letter from his pocket and handed it to me. "This was given to me by your mother before she passed away. She said only you could unravel the secrets within it." Owen's voice was deep and solemn. My heart skipped a beat. I took the envelope, my hands trembling. There was no signature on the envelope, only my mother's familiar handwriting that reads, "To my dearest daughter." A strange unease rose in my heart, accompanied by a glimmer of anticipation. At this moment, I suddenly realized that this letter might not be just a simple farewell, but an opportunity to uncover the truth. I took a deep breath and decided to open the envelope and see what secrets my mother had left behind. I slowly opened the envelope, my fingers trembling with excitement. My mother's familiar handwriting came into view, and line after line seemed to carry a kind of magic, pulling me into an unknown whirlpool. "My dear Avery, when you read this letter, perhaps I am already gone. I have been keeping a secret that could change everything. Do you know, so Fred and Vanessa have been plotting a conspiracy," and my heart tightened. "A conspiracy? What kind of conspiracy?" Countless thoughts flashed through my mind in an instant. Just then, Fred suddenly strode over and snatched the letter from my hands. Download the Lightery app and search for Z1121 to see what happens.